Hello guys, here's Ivan Fedorenko, and in this video we're going to talk very briefly about customer satisfaction and loyalty. Because all the 4 B's of marketing that we discussed before, the product, price, promotion, and place, they're all designed to attract a customer, to bring a customer to buy our product or subscribe to our service. Okay, we got it. They're here. What now? Well, now we gotta serve them well, right? You probably remember me saying at the beginning of our class that marketing is the art and science of happiness. We gotta make people happy and make money in the process. So customers are willing to pay more, and they're willing to return to our business and keep buying from us again and again if they're satisfied with the services and products they received from us in the past. What does it mean satisfied in the first place? Well, when you put on a pair of shoes, you probably have a quite clear expectation in your mind how they're gonna feel, how they're gonna behave if you walk them in the rain, if you go on a hike wearing these shoes. Then you buy a new pair, you try it on, you go on a hike, and all of a sudden they're not really comfy. You got blisters and your feet hurt. You're not satisfied. And you're not satisfied not just because you're hurting, you're feeling physical discomfort, but because you know this discomfort isn't right. It doesn't meet your expectations. So a feeling of satisfaction or dissatisfaction to a big degree is determined by our ability as a business to meet and exceed customers' expectations. Expectations versus reality. That's what it is. If the real experience exceeds expectations, customers are satisfied and happy. If we fall short of their expectations, they're dissatisfied and complaining. Improving customer satisfaction is very important because customer satisfaction determines our ability to keep that customer, keep existing customer who already using our product, who already knows our brand, is much easier and much cheaper than trying to attract a new customer. So how can we improve customer satisfaction? To do that, we're going to look inside the consumer minds, inside the feeling. And there are 2 kind of feelings, or negative experiences they might have after they purchase from us. First is very clear, a regret. They made a purchase from us, and now they feel, that was wrong. It's a negative feeling that when they feel like they should have purchased something else. Happens a lot, actually. We buy a ticket with one airline, we show up at the airport, and we're like, I should have taken JetBlue. But this feeling is very determined, and it's very clear and straightforward. Much more complex and nuanced feeling is a post-purchase dissonance. When consumers are just unsure, they start second-guessing themselves, doubting their decision. They don't know if that was wrong, but they're doubting. It's pretty common when they purchase something complex and expensive, and they don't have a lot of knowledge in this area. So it's not very obvious from them from the get-go if their decision was right or not. So they start this guessing and doubting, which is called post-purchase dissonance. Essentially, it's a lingering doubt in consumer mind, nagging them about the decisions they just made. And that feeling we can alleviate with post-purchase communication. Here is an example on the right. HSBC Bank sending email newsletter to their newly acquired account holder, communicating to them all of their financial goals, their performance, all of the services and accomplishment of the company to make sure and clarify for customers, reassure customers that this is a great company. You made the right choice opening an investment account with us. Another way of managing these negative feelings and decreasing consumer regret and consumer post-purchase dissonance is a warranty. Warranty is a promise that whatever we sell, it will perform to the expectation. It would perform as well as we said it would. And if not, okay, we will replace it for you. We will make it up. We'll return your money, whatever the terms of the warranty. Warranty decreases risks for consumers. Even if they made a bad decision, stakes ain't high. They have a way out. Very few of them will ever use it. That's what makes warranties financially feasible and widely used by businesses. Not a lot of consumers would ever bother to actually use the warranty. But the very fact that there is a warranty decreases the risks and increases the confidence in consumers. Well, despite our best efforts, things do go south. Things get wrecked on delivery. Our airline flights get delayed. Our product and the devices break. And our cars break too. That happens. Why does it cause such harm to consumers? The first reason is overpromise. A communication gap means that in our advertising, in our communication, in our attempt to sell the product, we overpromised. We hyped it up so much that it was impossible for us to meet that threshold that we set. Another reason is that we set the standards for our own performance too low. That we promise to customers that we will perform great, but for our employees, we don't demand much of them. And finally, when we do demand much, they might fall short and fail to perform. Happens a lot. We human beings fail every step of the way. We get sick. We get in a bad mood. We have family troubles. It all reflects into our performance at work, especially in services and in personal services. Consumers feel it the most. Whenever such a failure happens, consumers trying to process it in their mind. And the first step in processing a failure is pointing fingers, finding who is responsible, who it is to blame for this failure, for the pain they're feeling. Okay, when they found that, hey, probably that's us as a business, they think we are responsible. Then they try to determine what was the cause. Was it actually in our control? And what is the chances that this event will happen again in the future? Look at this lady at the airport. She arrived at the departures and they see that her flight is delayed. So she's probably thinking, who do I talk to? Who is there for me to yell at, right? Probably that airline representative. They are responsible. Now, what about the cause? Maybe her flight got delayed because of a snowstorm in Boston area. What now? That event is outside of the airline's control. She can't really blame them. And what are the chances that it will happen again and it will happen again for the same airline? What happened when we fail the customer and they're unhappy? The first thing that they can do, they can complain. And that is great. Complaining customer is our best customer because they're not publicizing, they're not spreading bad word about us yet. And their complaint give us a chance to recover, to make it right for them. The way we respond to customer complaints defines customer satisfaction and our company reputation. If we respond passionately and quickly and alleviate consumers' pains and try to make it up for them, not necessarily financially, but with, for example, providing extra services, going out of the way to resolve their problem, even if it was not our fault in the first place as a company. Chances are they're going to turn out much more happier, much more satisfied, and much more passionate and loyal to our company than they ever were. On the contrary, if we do not respond in the right way, consumers get upset and they start spreading the word. This negative word of mouth, they start posting on all negative reviews on all platforms, talking stuff about our company. That kind of customers we sometimes call verbal terrorists for their harm they cause and for their irritating activity. At that point, consumers don't care about our services anymore. They're so upset they're never returning, and there is no chance for us to help them.